very shortly. And, you know, I wonder if we're going to see much deviation in the strategies on the River Assaults, because we've seen SC do this, right? We've seen SC, and they actually use a very interesting strategy where instead of actually using damage to kill the innovators, right, they just use the lightnings. Oh, that's what they did last time, right? They used the lightnings to kill the innovators and the various NPCs. They just, you know, thunderstruck them all. Whereas some other groups opt to have one healer stay back and have other players go forwards and pre-kill the innovators. Do you think there's any advantage to doing one or the other? Is there much difference in that? Does it save time?
I don't know that it saves time. I think the lightning is a bit gimmicky. I would prefer, if it was me, to send a DPS up with the person, but it can be harder to heal yourself and another player. Looks like we're off.
Oh, MNF actually, are they rolling with one Mesmer? But they've gone for the second Druid?
Yep.
Yes.
That is interesting. So they've gone.
Well, on this one, you on other fights, you don't necessarily, like you were saying on Zera, you want that epidemic to have alacrity cooldown. But on this fight, you're holding your epidemics for the champion messengers anyway. So it's going to be up for every messenger with alacrity or without. So it doesn't necessarily help to have alacrity as much. And another epidemic is another 40k DPS player.
Wait, what? Oh, wait, hang on a minute. Stream freezing there for a brief moment for aerial side, but it has managed to recover itself. I think it was actually a game freezer. That's a bit scary. Damn. Oh, would not want to be in that position there, that's for sure.
But you see, that was very interesting now because SCs, we thought was going with the very aggressive cons with only one druid, but we did not realize on the MNF side they dropped a chrono for another epi.
Well, actually, they dropped the chrono for another druid.
Another druid. Oh, I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a bit conservative.
It's aggressive in a different way, though. I suppose. Yeah. So they have two druids, but they have no alacrity on the druids, right, and no quickness on the druid. So they have less buffs for the druid, but they have.
Oh, and that's bad. The messenger just died on the group for MNF.
Oh, that is pretty rough. Oh, that is pretty unfortunate.
They're gonna have a defeated player right there. That is. One druid's dead, the other druid's in downstate. Oh, they got the res off.
That is not good.
The wall RNG is not helping them.
Yeah, a few worms.
Another messenger close to the group died.
Oof, another one.
Yeah, that's not good. They're really going to have to move a lot now. They're really going to have to move quite a bit. But I think they're still okay right now. That positioning is not too bad. And they didn't lose too much time. I believe up until that when they were actually ahead, I think I'd be correct in saying that, right, guys? I think they were a little bit ahead, actually. But
they're on the same...
But not anymore, like losing that player. Fortunately, it was a druid, right? I think losing a druid is not too bad. I think that's okay.
Especially when you have two.
Yeah.
If they had only had one, then that would have been a GG.
Yeah, of course. That would have been a complete disaster.
But now look at this wall RNG they're getting. That is terrible.
Oh,
yeah, that's the thing that's going to fuck them up.
Yeah, that's bad.
Triple, though.
Yeah, that's bad. That's bad. I think one Necro might get trapped here. Oh, I think one Necro from MNF is gonna die. And I think SC, is pretty much gonna get that done.
Both druids are dead for MNF.
That is not what they want. I think MNF may I think they can probably finish the boss, right? I think they can finish it.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Oh, that wall RNG is horrible. Though that is a complete disaster. That is really bad.
It's punishing them way more just because of their unlucky situation with all the champions.
Oh, they're GGing at 5%.
Oh, no. Oh, that is a complete disaster for MNF. They had such a great start on this boss.
Oh, and he is off the cliff. Wow.
And they are having a Scourge tank as an off tank, I believe.
Oh, interesting.
Yes.
So wait, was it some kind of like beefy, like a Trailblazer? Yeah. Well, maybe it's Trailblazer main Epi Scourge or something like that?
Yes. That's what you would have to do if you were going to use the Scourge tank. That will be the one that...
Only 21k... I think I only see 21k HP on this Scourge, though. I'm on the perspective of the Scourge that has... I think they're Viper. I think they're still Viper.
No, they can just easily put on Parasitic Contagions and tank it.
Yeah, and then I guess the barrier spam is more than enough to sustain you through it. At SC, they have proceeded.
But definitely, the execution started out good, but towards one little bad RNG has detrimental for a
Yeah,
team.
yeah. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, guys, but I believe MNF was actually ahead on damage for a good chunk of that. But it was only after 50% where things really started to go wrong for them. They lost that momentum. They lost that DPS. A few, even with that second druid, they weren't able to get those pushes. Right, they didn't manage to position those red fields in quite a right way. And you can see, guys, as I was saying earlier, you can see how much about positioning this fight with Soulless Horror really is.
Correct. Now the biggest thing though, chat, is if we look at yesterday, where a lot of groups wipes on Wing 5 once or twice, but still was able to catch up towards the end with Doom. So things are still in. And
yeah.
If SC wipe on Doom, that's another 2 minutes, so they're gonna have to redo everything over again.
Exactly. Nothing is a done deal here. Absolutely nothing is a done deal. I have a few frame drops from the SC stream, but the timer is not incrementing. That indicates to me that it is not on my end. Feels good, man, although it is a little bit on my end, I think. A little bit unfortunate. Sorry about that, guys, but should be fine as they are navigating this event very handily by the looks of this, not having any trouble getting through all these bombers.
Really struggling managing with the tormented horrors there.
Oh, yeah, another bad one.
Exploding right in the middle. That's gonna hurt them right there. Oh, right on everyone. They're gonna have to wipe again.
Yep.
Oh no, yeah. That wall spawn was so bad.
Basically just blew everyone up.
Yeah, that wall spawn, a complete disaster for MNF. Losing a lot of players there. Oh, another down. 3 full dead now for MNF.
I wonder if this is the weakness now, Wing 5.
Yeah, I mean, maybe they...
Or just too RNG, like they can't deal with RNG. It has to be a set type of mechanics.
You can't really... I mean, they wiped the first time because of the bad management on the messengers. The wall RNG is something you can deal with, presuming that you have most of the floor open, thanks to
good pushing, good control. Yeah.
But when half of the floor
we see SC struggling right now at the end, right at the end of the Rainbow Road.
That's a problem.
Wow, they've got one down and one. Okay.
And they wiped SC wiped on Rainbow Road. They're gonna have to start over.
How do I have so much more delay? Like we're getting spoilers here. I may quickly try and refresh these streams, guys, because they are a little bit delayed for me.
The future.
Yeah, you guys are seeing the future. You guys need to keep it quiet. Like SC haven't wiped yet, man. What the hell is going on here?
Well, spoilers.
Yeah, spoilers indeed.
Everybody press F for TeaTime Internet.
Yeah.
But as for MNF, they genuinely seem to be, for the last 2 runs that they've had to now wipe, they seem to be really struggling with the Tormented Horror movement or control in general. They seem to be just killing them off in the middle. It's too much, way too much, and it's punishing them every single time till now. I hope they don't do it this time around, because that would be a little bit of a meme.
It's going to go ahead and refresh these streams, guys, see if we can get a little bit of a lower delay on them. Just for me, Ariel has just started the event. Is this correct?
Yes, exactly.
Okay, good. There we go. And MNF is on about 50% on Desmina.
That's the breaking point.
Yeah, exactly. And that is where it started to go wrong for them. It does look clean. This time they have only clean pushes so far, which is very good for them, of course. That is exactly what they want to see. All looking very good for MNF so far. I mean, that wipe from SC can allow them to get back in this, right? Now that deficit doesn't look too scary, right?
They seem to not
behind, but pretty well, but it's not an insurmountable difference at this point.
Yeah, absolutely.
They seem to not be too willing to push or use their skills to push the horrors out. They seem to just want to get them one hit and then hope for them to die immediately. But they keep engaging, so they've got a little bit of a rough situation on the corner. If the wall RNG might easily fuck that over.
And SC is once again using that strat
for MNF, and there's going to be one more epi, and that will probably do it. So they should be able to move on.
Yeah, 10%
at this point.
Easy win, hopefully.
Yeah, I think they are looking for a pretty easy win. The bans will be very straightforward here, guys. Like you obviously want to probably get rid of the Scourge here and the Berserker, maybe. Almost certainly.
They are using the, I believe, super speed on Decimina and also lightning to kill Innovator from SC.
Yeah, SC is super speeding. I guess they have. Well, they have, of course, those Herald. They're using Heralds here, of course. So that allows them to use their the Glint legend for that super speed to maybe give her a little bit of an extra boost. The Tempest as well can have the super speed shout, which will make her go even faster.
Very nice executions on the lightning drops on all of the innovator though.
Yep, that is the strategy that SC goes for. Instead of using a DPS caster, they simply use the lightnings, which seems to be working out very well for me. It certainly looked very beautiful. Actually, it looks like a nice use of mechanics, you know, a clever use of mechanics, if you will, from SC. Very cool stuff.
Very nice from SC, also using the lightning to kill the spirit horrors, which is what was wiping a lot of groups yesterday by letting them kick you in the face.
Yeah. I think they are kind of approaching, SE is now approaching the spot where it typically gets dangerous, where they have one more innovator to go. I think this is the place where they did die last time, guys. So they have to be a little bit careful. Okay, this is what got them last time, but they look to be pretty okay. Oh, whoops, I need to swap to it. Let's sort of see if we can get to a good percent. Oh, sorry about that, guys. Here we go. Healing Tempest POV from MNF here. And
They're gonna do it.
They actually have a chrono here as well, actually, for MNF on Wing 5. On the River of Souls. So they have that time warp going down there, which is a little bit interesting. Oh, and they have a Firebrand too, a Tempest and a Mesmer, I think. Interesting.
And Snow Crows will be moving on to statues.
Yep. They have a good lead there, a good lead for SC. That's for sure.
And they are doing Soul Eater first.
Oh, it certainly looks like they're moving over in that direction, going over to the Eater of Souls, which is, well, I suppose he is the most troublesome, right? All the others are very, very consistent, right? But this one, less so. There is some very odd issues with his pathing here, some very unusual things that he can sometimes do, going off in random directions for some odd reason. It's a pretty common thing for him to do, really.
Yeah, you know, one thing I noticed is a lot of groups are either 9-manning the trio, or they don't typically low-man trios. I mean, not the trio, the statutes event, where a lot of people thought they would, but we all know this is probably the most the worst one of them all. You don't really want to low-man this.
Yeah, it's a very treacherous. It's quite a treacherous event, actually, and the thing is, they don't really need to low-man it because of the way that you can 3-man the river event. You can do it with almost no players. You have a bunch of players left over anyway, so it's really not too bad.
And I think they are doing the same thing as yesterday. They are just gonna put all of the orbs up and I guess collect them all at once, I believe.
Yeah, I think that's what they're going for. The strategy of just killing both of the spiders so you can spawn the orbs. The mechanic here, guys, for those who have not seen Wing 5, guys, you may be new to raiding. Welcome to raiding, guys. Welcome to Guild Wars 2 raids, okay? It's good to have you guys here. But the game of the game here is, guys, you have to turn into a spooky orb and go and collect up some other orbs, okay, guys? To activate some torches so you can then kill this guy. Otherwise, when you kill him, he just regenerates, okay? So you've got to deal with that. And you do that by killing the spider, throwing the orbs to a lit up tile, killing the boss on the tile, then going up in this weird ghost claw thing from Doom who eats you. And then you have to collect up the orbs. And SC do this by putting all the orbs which you need, which is about, well, what do you need? What, 20 of them or something?
18 apparently.
18 orbs. Yeah. They put them all up and then collect them all up in one go. You can, of course, do this in a variety of ways. You know, you could do it with, you could just have, you could do it 2-2, 1-1-1. There's a bunch of ways you can do it. But it seems that this is the preferred way for SC to do this. And a lot of the guilds in general seem to think that this is the best strategy.
All right, MNF has finished the Rainbow Road, and so they are essentially one boss behind SC on the statue event.
There's a good reason that Rule is not participating in this fight. It doesn't have the Griffin.
Wow. Feels bad, man.
A very limiting factor indeed.
Pay to win, honestly.
Yeah, it really is a bit of pay to win. There you go. Well, MNF is now finished on my stream. Feels bad. Feels lagged, man. And of course, they get rid of their Firebrand and the Tempest. They're not going to be needing those for the rest of the raid wing. Because what you want to do towards the end of this one, guys, it's quite simple. You want to stack those Weavers. Okay? That's what you want to do. You want to stack Weavers all over the place because Doom is a big lad. Okay? Doom is a very big lad. Big hitbox, and you can smack him good.
And don't forget to do mechanics.
Yeah.
Yes. That's 2 minutes.
This is a big scary thing, man. It is a big scary thing. If you mess up even one mechanic on Doom, it is pretty much an instant wipe. It's one of those fights where you can get punished very, very hard. Oh wow, I have a lot of delay on these streams actually. Damn, dude. Okay, here's one.
Are you lagging again?
Yeah, unfortunately. Unfortunately, some of these streams are a little bit delayed for me.
Change the stream. Oh, I guess it would suck. But
I can probably try and change the stream quality a bit, see if we can.
like I know Milo was streaming at 1080, which is
Oh my god.
lag city.
Wait, what the hell just happened there? Oh my god, I ruined everything. Hang on, let me just I'll try and reload again. Not much is happening right now, guys. We'll try and delag this a little bit. There we go.
Both teams are on Broken King.
That's evened it out a little bit. Yeah, both teams are now on the Broken King. However, SC is one event ahead.
Teapot, you just baited the whole stream.
I just baited the whole stream thinking you went offline. No, guys. I was just clicking on stuff to try and fix some stuff, but not to worry about any of that. We have recovered, guys. And actually, the timer's perfectly aligned, which is nice. And let's see. I mean, we will, of course, be seeing a portal strat coming up now, guys. Broken King, not much to say about this. Stand in the green circles and hit him. Don't DPS him too hard. But the eyes can be accelerated, and there is a potential for things to go wrong. Obviously, these teams will have practiced a lot in dealing with the two eyes in Wing 5, but you never know. There can be a situation, right? There can be a situation where it can go very, very wrong, and one eye can respawn, and you don't get them down, and then you'll probably have to reset, and that would be all MNF needs to really kind of get a bit of a lead. One wipe or two is what they need. But I think that with regards to Doom, there's probably not too much to gain for MNF, as the SC actually did have a bit of a problem. They actually missed a green, I think.
You can only really gain by the other team messing up.
Yes.
Both teams are going to employ the exact same comp and the exact same strat for Doom.
Yeah.
So it's just a matter of MNF needing SC to mess up on it.
Yeah, and the execution, it will be relatively similar, right? It'll be fairly similar. So it'll be very difficult for either team to kind of eke out any kind of advantage just by doing more DPS, right? That will be a bit of a
neck to
issue.
neck, one boss behind each other.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's only a few minutes, only about 2.5 minutes of difference between these teams right now. And SC just starting the eye event.
It seems that you're a little bit behind because SC just GG'd on the eye event.
Oh.
It seems, yeah. They seem to be starting it over. I didn't see what actually happened because I'm watching the aerial stream.
They probably missed laying the portal at the right place.
Probably, yeah.
Couldn't portal back up, and that is a GG if that happens.
They still have the the upper hand and easy time. It wasn't that much of a setback. The first phase of the eye is a pretty quick one and pretty easy to restart. So yeah, not too punishing, but still.
Yep, and they can afford that. That is, that is how you can kind of trade wipes, right? You can kind of trade wipes. And you can kind of get away with it.
They seem to be doing fine now and are jumping back over to the other side to finish the other eye. Deal with the other eye, that is.
Using the Revenant is actually quite nice with the Malik's jumping skill.
Yeah, easy port. Easy cleared eyes. There we go.
Yep. Oh well.
It's Doom time for Snow Crows.
Yeah. Hang on. Let me see. Let me see if I can fix this a little bit. Bear with me, guys. Hit me with some casting. I'll probably just delete some of the streams. I'll probably
now MNF
do some
is
of the
doing the eyes. They are getting closer.
Yeah, they're not too far behind. This can easily be the event. The eye event can easily be done pretty quickly. So yeah, they're not too far behind, despite their super unlucky start. Yeah,
Snowcrow's wiping at the very end of Rainbow Road. really cost them.
Yeah, that time gate was a big punishment for them. Oof. A big punishing factor, that is. MNF easily pushing through the eye event, easily finishing off the second one just a second. It should be. While SC is getting right into the Doom fight, getting that amazing, super amazing, everyone's favorite pre-event. Done.
At least it's a pre-event, not a cutscene, right? Unskippable cutscene like Samurok.
Yeah.
2 minutes.
I'd take a 15-second cutscene over a 2-minute event anytime, but I don't know.
All right, there we go. I think I may have managed to fix it, guys. Maybe. I think.
All right, MNF now going to...
Moving on to Doom.
So Snowcrow's lead is a little under 2 minutes over them, I think.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because yeah, because they have to deal with this bit of RP dialogue, right? They have to deal with a little bit of this RP dialogue.
And they have to take time for people to swap.
Yeah, exactly. So there is a little bit of delay here. A bit of delay, but not too much. One wipe. I mean, thing is, at this point, if SC wipes, they'll end up behind, right? Because they're already nearly 2 minutes into the boss itself, right? So if they wipe, they'll lose that entirely and end up at a deficit, and they'll need something to go wrong for MNF to actually fall behind again. So this is where it can see. So we saw this with ES versus QT, right? That was what happened in the first round.
Any wipe here is...
Yeah, it easily snowballs out. Go ahead, sorry.
No, I was just going to say it gets out of hand. Any wipe here is just a huge, huge loss.
That's exactly right.
I'm quite hyped for the next raid tournament though for Wing 5 because as you've seen this time, almost a lot of groups are wiping on Wing 5. But then, just like Wing 3 Escort, next time around, all the strats is going to get it refined even more. With CM on, of course. That's going to be good.
Yeah, we pretty...
Snowcrows has made it to Doom. Doom is live.
Yes.
Yep, he will be descending from the throne. Here he goes. I mean, they've done the pre-event. That is, that's the part where it's easy to fall asleep, right? You can easily sleep there and give yourself a bit of a headache. Got the double Weaver POVs here on the stream, guys. We can see the sickest DPS rotations. Of course, there will be very little variation in the strategy.
Basically ignoring the Enforcer right now.
Yeah. I think they meant to
letting
stealth.
it do its thing.
Wait, did they...
I thought they're supposed to stealth the Reaper, let the Enforcer comes to them.
I believe that they did that with the first one, and then
yeah, no, here, yeah.
Target over to the other one so they could hit it.
Yeah, they are now dealing with it. They didn't get the stealth, so they are going to have to kill him now. Otherwise, he will eventually chop his way through that Reaper.
All right, Snowcrow's getting to the treacherous part where Doom is going to do the first suck, and that is where, if things are going to start to go wrong, where it will go wrong.
And I see the Spirit Res being dropped already. Wrapping.
MNF still has about 20 seconds for the Doom spawn. Just about as SC is moving into the 50% mark. Whew.
Yeah, we're
seeing the Spellbreaker preparing the easy dome in the middle there. Just deleting all the dooms.
Yeah, the boss is very, very streamlined at this point. It is a very streamlined thing that we are seeing here. It's a very, very quick one. Once at first this was one of the trickier bosses, right? Took a while to take him down, but that is just not the case anymore. MNF having a little bit of trouble there actually with in the downstate.
You want to see on SC is look at the positioning where the spirits is being dropped and the banners. Very, very on point. They know exactly where they're gonna get knocked back. They know exactly where they're gonna face. So they drop at the optimal spots where everybody gonna get spirit spots and banners and all that stuff. Very, very nice. And all the conjure too.
Yeah. And Snowcrows is hitting 30%. He's gonna do his Reaper attack. This actually makes the fight quite a bit easier.
Yeah, it's kind of a null attack. It doesn't really do anything. It's very easy to avoid it, right? And he just doesn't do anything during that time. So you can just start slapping him. Bit of delay there, guys. Try not to spoil. Feels bad, man.
We will now have a spoil tag on.
Yeah, we need to have a spoiler tag. We need to warn about the spoilers, guys.
Not a record run for Snow Crows, but still very clean so far.
Nah, very clean. It's definitely a very, very good kill here. And
Their first burn before the suck wasn't the greatest. I think they only got doomed to
And Doomfaced.
about high 40s.
there can be some RNG factors there, right? If the wrong players get the bombs, then they'll lose a lot of DPS there. You know, if the Weavers are in the wrong position, but they're gonna get that with one soul rip very, very easily there, and that'll be phasing pretty much right now.
Phase, but, yes.
Yeah.
MF is only 32% behind.
It's
a very,
SC is here. SC is at 10%, and they're not going to wipe at 10%. It's just not going to happen.
Up, and they're gonna one phase it easily.
Well, SC is down a person, but that's still not going to matter.
No, it's absolutely not going to matter. It's been a relatively current, not the best run in terms of overall damage. Like, obviously, they would usually phase it before that second soul up there. That is typically how it would go. But they're still in a pretty comfortable position. They're probably killing it at this point. In reality,
2-1 dead, easy.
Amazing daily kill from Messi.
Yeah.
It's a pretty impressive catch up though, because their MNF is only at 20. They have it at 20% right now. So despite their 2 wipes on the first boss,
it's turning into
still only
fiesta for MNF.
20% behind.
Oh, it's not turning into a fiesta, is it?
Yeah, he just got boons from the
There's
Reaper
heavy.
attack.
Open Mela stream. He
Should
put
have
some
kept
effort
selling
into it.
rates. Why even? Wow.
Okay.
Oof, friendly tournament, guys.
I think if I tell you what though, if MNF hadn't wiped on Desmina twice, then this is suddenly
one wipe. It would have been neck and neck.
Yeah, then it would have been very close indeed. Then it would have been really close. But MNF is not done yet, guys. Bear in mind that is only their first defeat. Okay, we have to consider this. All right, it's certainly not over. It is not over them by any stretch of the imagination. They will descend to the lower bracket to face the winner of US versus QT. Okay, to fight there, to fight them. Okay, and that is honestly going to be a game even on itself, right? And then after that, MNF versus the winner of that, and then we have the grand final, guys. But congratulations to SC. Should have kept selling raids. Why even bother? They've spammed Omega Lulls with the K cut. Very nice BM here from Mela. He has this overlay prepared. He even is using the same font as me, actually. I like how that actually that is not me, by the way, guys. He's trying to imply that it is, I think. With these Omega Lulls with the K Konas kind of exposing.
Wow.